Good morning, everyone. My name is Melissa Wick, and welcome to day 21 of 30 days of morning yoga. This morning's practice is a deep stretch class, so we are going to release the physical body. It's a stretch for the whole body, and we're just going to tune into our breath and undo any tension or density so that we could create more space for our energy to flow and our breath to flow. We'll finish the practice in Savasana, and we'll set the intention for the rest of our day together. No props are needed. However, a block may be handy for some of the deep stretches and maybe a blanket to cushion the knees. If you're on this journey with me, welcome back. It's so great to be here with you. And if you're joining for just this one practice and you want to learn more about the journey, head over to day 0. So let's get into something comfortable and let's get this delicious practice started. Let's begin in child's pose. So let's go ahead and have the toes touch knees wide. Using a blanket if you want to cushion the knees, find more comfort. Let your forehead and heart melt down towards the mat. You can relax the elbows here. Get nice and comfortable. Closing your eyes. And let's invite in 2 deep breaths to fully arrive here together. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth, release. One more. Inhale, fill completely up. Exhale, release from the mouth all the air out. Then return back to your natural flow and rhythm of breath. In and out through the nose. Each time that you exhale, you feel your hips get a little more heavy towards the ground. Softening the shoulders. Inviting in nourishing deep breaths. Arriving here exactly as you are. There's nothing to change, nothing to add, nothing to take away. Now we're going to start to walk the hands all the way towards the top right corner of the mat. Reach the left hand a little bit farther than the right and close the left shoulder down, ground down through your left sit bone. Breathing into the shoulder. Good, and then walk your hands through center and all the way over to the top left corner of the mat. Right arm will reach maybe a little farther than the left. Closing the right shoulder down, right sit bone grounded. Breathe into the shoulder here. Make your way back to center. We're going to come onto all fours, tabletop position. And a few cat-cows to open up a little bit more on the spine. Inhale, release the belly, softening the shoulders, gaze lifts. As you exhale, pull the belly in, push the floor away, nose towards the chest. And feel your shoulder blades peel away from each other. A couple more like this. Inhale, smooth breath in, cow. And exhale to your cat. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. One more time, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Come to neutral table, hips stay stacked over the knees. Let's welcome in the heart melting pose, puppy stretch. Walk or slide the hands forward. Forehead and heart melts down towards the ground. You can always slide a block under the forehead. You're going to press the arms into the mat as you wrap the upper arms, the triceps around and in. Slight pull in of the belly. Breathe into the upper body. Good, and then walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to come into Virasana. So if you need some cushion for the knees, maybe have a blanket. You may or may not need a block here. Virasana is when you're on the shins. So you might feel a nice stretch in the knees and the quads, and you might just sit on the heels, and this might be enough. If you want a little support, you take your block horizontally, the wide way, in between the ankles, and you can sit on the block. You can even stack 2 blocks if you need, as much as you need. Here you want to have your heels, you can try this variation just on the outsides of the thighs, and maybe here you just rest with your palms on your thighs. If you want a little more, you can take the hands back behind you. And this might be it. As long as if you go back, the knees aren't lifting. You want to ground the energy down where the knees are. And here, if you want to go down a little further, what I like to do is lift and lower my tailbone. So when I lift it up, I almost like tuck the tailbone under, so it lengthens the low back. And then maybe here, I come onto the forearms without letting the knees lift. If you have the space, maybe no block, and you come all the way, but make sure that you don't push or force yourself in any shape. Maybe you invite in a bit of a back bend here, and you grab opposite elbows, as long as there's no pain and you could hold this shape effortlessly. Okay, so listening, truly listening to your body. And we'll hold here. Perhaps you close your eyes. Invite in one breath at a time. Good. If you're on your back with so much care, you're going to make your way back upright. No rush. And then we're going to meet back on all fours, so moving your prop aside. And then just extend your right foot behind, toes tucked under, and just give yourself a little rock forward and back. Just feel the energy rush back into your leg, a little calf stretch. And then slide that right leg all the way over to the left, peek over your left shoulder. It's almost like you're leaning your hips a little over to the right, and you feel this nice side lateral stretch in the right side body. And then back to center, right knee down, left leg extends behind. Maybe a couple rocks forward and back. And then slide the left leg all the way over to the right, peek over your right shoulder, bow the left side. Back to center, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the knees here if you'd like. Long, long spine. Good, now we're just going to step the right foot through between the hands. Left knee's going to come down. Arms are going to sweep up, low lunge here. Now you can stay right here with the thumbs back, pinkies forward, eyes on the horizon. Or if you'd like, you can circle the arms back and interlace the hands behind you, loop the shoulders on the back and extend the elbows. And keep lengthening the tailbone down. And so you don't want to arch from the lower back. You want to feel this upward lift. Let your head just be neutral here, finding your breath. Good. If your hands are interlaced, just release the hands, come into a half split. So maybe slide that right leg forward a little bit and find this dragging action of your right heel, right toes toward the face. Softening the shoulders, just breathe into your hamstring. Good. And then rebend your right knee. We're going to come into pigeon pose. So you're just going to heel toe your right foot all the way towards the left wrist. But of course, you can draw the heel in a little closer to your hip bone for pigeon. If you don't like pigeon, no problem. You can take deer pose or come onto your back for figure four. So you want to slide that left leg back in space. Hips are right in the middle. Maybe you slide a block or a blanket or a pillow under your right glute. And then inhale, just give yourself a little lift. As you exhale, we'll fold, take your pigeon asleep. You can stack your fists to rest your forehead or use a block or even lay yourself over a bolster, making sure you're not feeling any pain in the knee. Soften the shoulders and tune into your breath. Inviting in an internal body scan from the top of your head all the way down to your toes, and just notice, scan to see where you may be holding tension unconsciously. Just bring your awareness to those areas where it feels a little dense or a lot dense. And somehow when we bring our awareness to these areas, they start to shift and transform. It's like bringing the density up to the surface, shining more light on it. It starts to shift and change. Beautiful. And we'll start to come out of the shape, placing your hands back down onto the mat, tucking your left toes under. So you're going to use your core, lift your hips up, push down with your hands, and step back, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the knees here if you'd like. And we're going to step the left foot through this time. Right knee comes down. Low lunge. So your arms could reach up, softening the shoulders. Drop that left hip down. Tail lengthens down, low belly zips in. Stay here or circle the arms back behind you. Interlace the fingers. And then loop the shoulders onto the back. Extend the elbows. And make sure there's no compression in the lower back. So you're zipping the low belly in and you're lifting up and out. Head is neutral. Find your nourishing breath. Good. If your hands are interlaced, just release them. Frame the left foot, half split. Sit bones go back. You can always heel toe that left foot forward a little. Maybe hands on blocks. Left toes toward the face, softening the shoulders. So you're softening the effort, maintaining length in the spine. Breathing into your hamstring. Good, and then let's release, rebend the left knee, preparing for your pigeon. So heel toe your left foot over towards the right wrist, and of course bend the knee a little more if you need to. Left heel can come closer to your hip bone. And then slide the back leg back. Maybe slide a pillow or a block under your left glute. Square the hips. And of course, take deer pose or figure four if pigeon is a little too much today. Inhale, lift. And then as you exhale, take your pigeon to sleep. You can stack your fists, rest your forehead, either on a block or you can come all the way down onto your belly. Let yourself settle here. One side may feel totally different than the other, and that's okay. It's not to judge, we're just noticing. And notice here if you have a tendency to lean over to one side more than the other. See if you could find the courage to lean into any discomfort, as long as it's not sharp pain. Use your breath. Soften the tension. Good, and we'll start to lift the chest, removing any props or blocks that you may have under you, and come onto your left sit bone, and we'll slowly swing that right leg forward. Scoot yourself up so there's enough space for you to lay down on your back, and we'll come down, and we'll invite in a twist. I'll give you the option for a deeper twist. Of course, if you prefer any other twist, go ahead. So we'll cross the right leg completely over the left. Lift your hips up and scooch them over to the right, arms out into a T, and let your legs drop to the left. Now, if you do this and you feel too much pressure on the back, and then listen to your body, uncross the legs maybe, and take this shape, or you can, of course, always just have the left leg extended for that simple one-legged twist. You can always slide a bolster or pillows under your legs here for support. Right palm is facing up, and then wherever is comfortable for your neck. Closing your eyes. And tuning into your breath, just breathing softly into the abdomen, equalizing and balancing our practice. Good. Now if you're in the cross-legged twist, we want to flip the palms down, press down with your hands, and use your core to bring the legs back to center. Unravel the legs. And take the same variation of your twist to the other side. So if you're doing the cross, left leg crosses, lift your hips and scooch them over to the left, and then roll onto your right side. Support yourself as you need. Left palm faces up, wherever is comfortable for your neck. Releasing the effort. Beautiful. With care, palms face down, press down, use your core, come back to center. Maybe lift and lower your hips so the hips are level. And we're just gonna slide the legs out long into Savasana. Taking up as much space as you like. Maybe give your chest a little lift, shoulders slide under, palms up. Releasing any effort of the breath. Closing your eyes. Your whole body rests on the ground. There's nothing left here for you to do. Inviting in heavy, heavy bones. This time is here for you to deeply nourish yourself. Allow the energy, your prana, your life force to organize itself into balance and harmony. And here would be a good time to set an intention for the rest of your morning, the rest of your day. What is your intention? On your next exhale, allow that intention to land and anchor in and radiate throughout your entire being. Feeling it now. Let yourself receive. Stay here for a couple minutes if you can. Thank you so much for your trust, for sharing your practice with me, and for being on this journey. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Hi yogis, if you're looking to add on a meditation practice to your yoga journey or just to your yoga practice in general, you can select from one of these short but potent meditation practices. You can pick one to suit your needs. You can try the same one for the whole 30 days or try different ones depending on what you need in the moment. The meditation practice will help to deepen your yoga practice, and it'll help to deepen your connection with yourself, strengthen your awareness, and learn some tools on how to self-regulate and to find that place of ease and calm within you on and off the mat. Namaste.